You've worked hard for every penny, every investment, every single dollar tucked away for your future. You trust your financial advisor with your life savings, your retirement dreams, your kids' college funds. But are you truly, absolutely positive they're actually on your side? Think about it. What if the person you're paying good money for advice, the one you're confiding your deepest financial hopes and fears in, is actually more focused on their own profits than on building your portfolio? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'm walking you through the 7 biggest red flags, those undeniable warning signs that scream, it's time to fire your advisor. These aren't just minor annoyances. These are fundamental flaws that could cost you dearly. Catch even one of these in your next meeting, or even in a quiet review of your statements, and you could save yourself not just a few bucks, but potentially 6 figures in hidden costs, lost opportunities, and outright bad advice. This isn't about being paranoid, it's about being protected. Let's dive in and make sure your money is working for you, not for someone else's bottom line. Let's start with the F word they won't say. All right, red flag number 1, and honestly, it's a big one. They won't put the word fiduciary in writing. Now, why is this F word so crucial? Because a fiduciary isn't just a fancy title, it's a legal and ethical standard. It means this person is legally required to put your interests ahead of theirs, period. No exceptions. They must act with undivided loyalty, always prioritizing what's best for you, even if it means less money in their own pocket. If your advisor dances around that label, if they get a little shifty-eyed or launch into a convoluted explanation when you ask directly, you've got a problem, a serious problem. I've seen countless advisors say, with a smile, "Oh, we always do what's best for clients." They'll tell you all day long how much they care. Yet, the paperwork they slide across the table, the actual legal documents you sign, quietly define them as a mere sales representative, or someone operating under a much lower standard. Translation: they can technically sell you the product that pays them the fattest commission, as long as it's deemed suitable for you. Suitable is a spectacularly low bar, folks. It means it's not entirely wrong for you, but it's certainly not guaranteed to be the best option. Think of it this way. A suitable car might get you from A to B, but a fiduciary mechanic would recommend the safest, most efficient, and best value car for your specific needs, even if they make less profit on it. Fiduciary is the high bar, suitable is the bare minimum, often riddled with conflicts of interest. Here's a quick, powerful test you can run right now. Email your advisor. Send them a direct, unambiguous question. Are you a fiduciary 100% of the time when advising me? If the reply you get back is a paragraph of dense jargon, full of corporate speak, legal disclaimers, and vague assurances that never quite say a simple, clear, unequivocal yes, then consider that your cue. It's time to start shopping for a new advisor. Remember, without that fiduciary oath explicitly in black and white, you're essentially trusting a salesman to do a professional's job. And your life savings deserve far more than a salesperson. Red flag number 2. You can't for the life of you figure out how they actually get paid. This isn't a minor detail. It's a fundamental piece of transparency you absolutely deserve. If your quarterly statements are littered with random acronyms like 12B1 fees, wrap fees, surrender charges, or the ever-nebulous revenue sharing, and your advisor brushes them off with a breezy, "Oh, don't worry about those, it's all standard," then you should worry. Worry a lot. Because those dollars, those seemingly small percentages, are coming directly out of your hard-earned nest egg, silently eroding your returns year after year. A truly transparent, client-focused advisor can explain every single fee, every single charge, in one simple, straightforward sentence. It should sound something like this. You pay me 1% of the assets I manage for you, and that's it. No other commissions, no hidden charges. That's clarity. That's trust. Anything more complicated than that, anything that requires a deep dive into footnotes and legal disclaimers is a problem. Want to really put them to the test? Ask for their Form ADV Part 2. This isn't some secret document. It's a public filing with the SEC that spells out in excruciating detail their business practices, their services, and crucially, how they get compensated. It's your right to see it. If they stall, if they hem and haw, if they tell you it's not really for clients or too complicated, consider that a neon red flag flashing right in your face. It's like asking a contractor for a quote and them refusing to itemize the costs. Would you hire them? Here's a simple rule of thumb that applies to fees in the financial world. If you don't explicitly see the fees, if they're not clearly articulated and understood, you're still paying them, and probably a lot more than you think. These hidden costs are financial termites, slowly but surely eating away at your wealth over time. Don't let them. If you're finding this information useful, if it's sparking some important questions in your mind, then do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, grab the free checklist linked below. It's designed to help you vet any advisor in under 5 minutes, cutting through the noise to get to the core truths. Seriously, it's the exact same checklist I personally used when I hired my own fee-only planner. It's a game changer. Don't miss out on securing your financial future. Now, back to the list of crucial red flags. Red flag number 3. Every single recommendation they make seems to be an in-house fund, a product from their own company, or an annuity with a hefty 7% upfront charge. This is a classic conflict of interest, and it's one of the most common ways advisors prioritize their firm's profits over your portfolio's health. Think about it. Advisors who exclusively, or even predominantly, sell their own company's products have a built-in incentive. The firm pockets the management fee, the expense ratio, and sometimes even a hidden commission on those products. It's a win-win for them, but often a lose-lose for you. Their advice isn't about finding the best option for you in the entire market. It's about finding the best option within their limited offering that also benefits their employer. Independent advisors, on the other hand, are free to shop the entire market. They can pick from thousands of funds, ETFs, and investment vehicles from various companies, choosing the absolute best fit for your specific goals and risk tolerance, not their firm's bottom line. So here's a powerful question to ask. Can I see the cheapest index fund that does exactly the same thing as the one you're recommending? If the answer is anything along the lines of, ours is special, or it has proprietary research, or any other vague justification for its higher cost, then that's your cue to walk fast. Here's another little trick. Check the ticker symbol. If the ticker symbol for the fund they're pushing starts with the same 3 letters as the advisor's company name, say ABC Investments offers the ABC Growth Fund, you're probably staring at a high-fee clone of a cheaper, more efficient fund you could easily buy. On any discount brokerage shelf, you're paying extra for a brand name, not necessarily for superior performance or unique access. You deserve better than being funneled into products that line their pockets. Red flag number 4. They go completely radio silent when markets drop. This isn't just annoying, it's a huge indicator of their commitment to you. A good advisor, a true partner, understands that volatility is when clients need reassurance. And clear communication the most. They over-communicate during market downturns, providing context, perspective, and a steady hand. A bad one, they hide. They vanish until the dust settles, hoping you won't notice their absence. You should set clear expectations up front. When you first meet an advisor, ask them directly, how often will we formally review my plan? And more importantly, how do you handle communication? During periods of market stress or significant economic news? If the answer is a vague once a year, and you realize your primary way to reach them is by calling a generic 1-800 number, you don't have a partner. You have a salesperson who's happy to take your money, but not happy to hold your hand when things get tough. Here's a quick hack to test their responsiveness and commitment. Send them a simple, non-urgent question via email. Something about rebalancing or a general market trend. Timestamp it mentally. If you don't receive a thoughtful, personalized response within 24 business hours, not an auto-reply, but a real answer, then understand this pattern. It's highly unlikely that their communication will magically improve. When your account balance is falling and you're feeling anxious, You need an advisor who shows up, especially when it matters most. Red flag number 5. Your statement looks less like a long-term investment portfolio and more like a day trader's journal. We're talking about excessive buying and selling, a practice notoriously known as churning. This isn't about smart, strategic rebalancing. It's about generating commissions for the advisor, often at the direct expense of your returns. Every trade, every transaction comes with a cost, a commission, a fee, a spread. These costs add up, eroding your gains and, in some cases, even leading to losses, all while the advisor profits. Take a hard look at your account statements. If every single position seems to be less than 6 months old, if there's constant activity and you're not explicitly in a high-frequency tactical strategy that you fully understand and signed up for, then you need to ask some serious questions. Ask your advisor, why all this activity? What's the strategic purpose behind these frequent trades? A true fiduciary, fee-only advisor has absolutely zero incentive to trade for the fun of it or to pad their own pockets with ticket charges. Their incentive is perfectly aligned with yours. To grow your assets over the long term, not to skim them with unnecessary transactions. If your advisor is constantly moving your money around, constantly suggesting new products to buy and sell, it's worth considering whose benefit they're really serving. Your money should be working hard for you, not just for your advisor's next commission check. Red flag number 6. You don't actually have a written financial plan. And I don't mean a glossy one-page pie chart printed out at your annual meeting. That's a brochure, not a plan. If that's the extent of your financial roadmap, you're essentially flying blind through your financial life, hoping for the best. A real financial plan is a comprehensive document. It spells out your specific goals. Not just retirement, but retirement at age 60 with X amount of income, traveling to Y countries. It details your account titling, ensuring your assets are held correctly for estate planning. It includes a clear tax strategy to minimize liabilities, outlines your withdrawal order for retirement income, incorporates an insurance review to protect against unforeseen events, and crucially, establishes a target benchmark you can measure your progress against. This isn't just about investments, it's about your entire financial ecosystem. Without that robust, detailed document, you can't hold anyone accountable. Not your advisor, and frankly, not even yourself. And that's precisely why some less than stellar advisors cleverly avoid creating one. A comprehensive plan takes effort, thought, and a deep understanding of your unique situation. If an advisor isn't willing to put in that work, if they can't deliver a clear written roadmap for your financial future, then it's time to move on. Your financial journey deserves a clear destination and a detailed map to get there. Finally, red flag number 7. Your money isn't held at an independent, well-known custodian like Schwab, Fidelity, or Pershing, but instead, it's sitting at the advisor's own boutique firm. This is a massive, flashing, emergency-level red flag, and here's why. That setup where the advisor themselves holds custody of your assets opens the door wide open for fraud. Remember Bernie Madoff? One of the core tenets of his infamous Ponzi scheme was that he kept custody of his clients' money in-house. There was no independent third party verifying anything. Your money should always sit at a third-party custodian. These are massive financial institutions whose sole job is to safeguard your assets. They provide independent statements, they're typically regulated, and they offer crucial protections like SIIS, Securities Investor Protection Corporation coverage, which protects your investments up to $500,000 in case the brokerage firm fails. Just as importantly, you should have online access that you can log into yourself, independently of your advisor, to see your holdings and transactions at any time. If an advisor balks at this, if they try to convince you their in-house custody is more convenient or more personal or any other flimsy excuse, that's a red flag every single time. It's a non-negotiable. Your money needs to be held somewhere secure, transparent, and completely independent of the person advising you. Don't compromise on this, ever. So there you have them, the 7 critical red flags you absolutely need to watch out for. No fiduciary promise in writing, hidden and confusing fees, a relentless push for proprietary products, an advisor who goes radio silent when markets get bumpy, a statement that looks like a churning machine, the complete absence of a written financial plan, and the terrifying prospect of in-house custody. Spot even one of these, and it's not just a suggestion. It's a strong signal that you need to take action. Don't hesitate. Start interviewing at least 2, preferably 3 fee-only, certified financial planners. Ask them tough questions. Demand transparency. Keep interviewing until you find someone who passes every single test we've discussed today. Your retirement, your financial peace of mind, your family's future. These things are far too important to fund someone else's beach house or luxury car. Your money deserves to be treated with respect, transparency, and an unwavering commitment to your best interests. Which of these red flags did you find most surprising, or perhaps most concerning? Drop a comment below and let me know. And once you're done with that, make sure to watch the next video linked on screen. It'll walk you through exactly how to interview a new advisor, giving you the confidence to make the right choice. And of course, subscribe so you don't miss new money tips every single week. Take control of your financial future.